Hi, Mike. Well, today is Monday, August 9. I didn't tape yesterday because I didn't have it quiet, around the house. Like, Mom and Dad were around and stuff, and it's kind of hard to tape. Well, I guess I'll start from the beginning, all about vacation, I guess. Since I didn't tell you anything in the letter because I didn't want to. I wanted something to tape about. Let's see. Well, we left for Fort Kent on Saturday, the 24th, I think. Yeah, the 24th. And we went to Eastman Market and we stayed there overnight. And Sunday, we left for camp around 3 in the afternoon and we got there around 6. And, your family all came running out to meet us and all that, So it's kind of nice. And I showed your mother the picture of you with the mustache. She thought it was cute, Let's see, we didn't do much Sunday. We hung around camp at night. Monday, in the morning, we went to Fort Kent for groceries, and then we tanned and swim in the afternoon. And at night, I had the car to go to Fort Kent with Danny and Ann and Gail, Well, Danny drove up, and he took off to my Uncle Pete's in St. John, and he left me and Gail off, and she wanted to look up Butch, so we went up Hall Street, We didn't remember what house it was. And we walked around, we didn't see him anywhere, so I thought, Vern lives on High Street, let's look him up, I didn't remember where or what house, but we went on High Street, and there was some guys playing baseball. They were just playing catch on a lawn, and I asked him if he could tell me where the Labbies lived. And he says, yeah, right across the street in the Gold House. So we went in, his mother goes, just go right downstairs, So we walked down, he's there, sitting back listening to records or something, He was surprised to see us, so he came uptown with us, and we saw Butch. So we were, Vern, Butch, we got Bob Bouchard, Peter Hart, Peter Moran, all those kids there. We went down to camp, and we made a campfire in front of the log there, and we got together. They went at 12, around 12, to go home. Tuesday, let's see what we did. It rained, so your mother let me listen to your tapes, all your tapes that you sent to the family. And then I wrote Barbara, different things like that, And then at night, that's when we went to the drive-in, and that little incident with Babe Sear, Boy, in a way, I'm kind of glad it happened, because it sort of, I don't know if it made me realize or something. It sort of made me realize that, I didn't want to be with anybody else. It's just that way. Like, being home, it isn't so bad, because, I'm not in Fort Kent, and I don't feel it as much. I don't feel like, hey, Mike's family's here. And these are all Mike's friends. And I never realized, home, or I knew, if I go out with guys that I really wish, would have been you, but I don't know, when I was with Babe, it just wasn't right at all, Like we were in your car and everything, and it's just wrong. So, I don't know, I guess right now I'm content not to date at all, because I'd hate to get into that again. I don't know, I just... we didn't do anything or anything like that, but it's just being with him, I felt awful, Like, December 7th, not too far away, I figure, Hope you feel the same way, it's really... Oh, well. Let's get on to Wednesday. Let's see. We took Danny to the Caribou Road, and he hitchhiked home. He said he made it home in 8 hours because we called Thursday morning from Birch Haven, He was leaving Sunday, August 1 for the Great Lakes, and he's there now. And he's called home a couple times, and he's written once, so I guess he's doing all right. Let's see. Wednesday night, we went swimming, I guess, all day, and at night we went to a soccer game, and it was the alumni, Vern, even Ronnie Britterby. Let's see, Vern, Ronnie, Butch played, and Babe, the gang played the high school. And I don't know which one won. I think Butch said Fort Kent won. Well, I don't know. Seems to be like the alumni won. I don't remember, But after that, we went down to, went down to camp, and I don't know, it didn't do too much, It was quiet down there. Started to bed early. Thursday, let me see if I can remember. I think it rained, and we went to Birch Haven. Oh yeah, we rode to Birch Haven in a canoe in the rain. I think I played cards too most of the afternoon with Brucey. Seems like I remember that, I don't know. Friday it was really, really nice, so went out in the sun a lot. Then at night, went to Fort Kent, and I saw one of my old friends, Louis Albert, there. He's like a brother to me. He took us, me and my cousin Ian, riding around, just in town, and we got to see the ski tow there, excuse me. We saw the ski lodge in Fort Kent. It's really nice. Saturday it rained, and we went to 4 o'clock mass, and at night, we went to the Monaco there. It was, I told you about it anyway, on the other side of this tape. We were Gail, Butch, and Carl, Rick. I guess that was all. We went up in our car. It was really, really good. Wow. Then, Saturday night. God, did I miss you then. I mean, being at the Monaco, like the last time I went with you, and Alan and Barbara, and I really, wow, like I could drink. I had some Molson Ale, and I had a Tom Collins, but, I really wish you would have been there. Sunday, we got back from Monaco at 1:30, kind of late. Jim Daniel followed us home, and he had a flat, so it got a little late there. Dad wasn't mad, though. He understood, so I was glad. Sunday, afternoon, we swam. Swam so much, I got waterlogged. But, Vern and Babe stopped up the camp, and Vern came up to show us his new car. Yeah, he went to Bangor on Saturday, and he got a car. It's really nice. It's blue. I don't remember what kind it was. I was looking at it from the wharf. I didn't go to talk to him. Gail did. I didn't want to go talk to him because Babe was here. I would have felt really awful. And I just didn't, because, I guess that must have been pretty bad for him, where like we're sitting there making out, and all of a sudden I just stopped completely, and he asked me why, what's the matter and all this shit, and I started explaining him that, it's not, I just didn't feel right. So that really, I guess, he got upset about that. So I wasn't going to go out and talk, I don't know. Well, let's see. Sunday night, Gail's family left, so it was just Mom, Dad, and me at the camp. So Brucey came over to sleep, and that's when we taped you, on the other side of this tape there. Monday, it was really kind of overcast. It was cloudy, so Brucey and I went fishing with the canoe, and then we swam, and, it was kind of cold out. Played volleyball. Monday night, Louis Albert came up camp, and he stayed over till 11. He was there for about a couple hours. He came late. And we were just talking, about old times and play cards. He's going out with somebody in Quebec anyway. Make you feel better. Tuesday, it was rain all day. So I had Brucey over. Susie came over, played on the porch chair. And Jeannie came, So that's all we did all day Tuesday. Tuesday night I slept at your camp. I slept with Jean on the top bunk. I don't know why I did. Oh, my Aunt Elaine came over with her two boys to spend the night. So we went over to your camp, you know. Jean, in the middle of the night, you know, she talks in her sleep, huh? Well, I felt somebody pulling at my hair, you know, just pulling down it, you know, and Jean goes, "Oh, you got such nice, soft, curly hair, Jim." You know, it's funny. The next morning, she woke up and she says, "Just, you know, I felt kind of stupid. I woke up and here I am touching your hair, you know." She thought she felt stupid, you know. I try waking up in the middle of the night and somebody's here. It's funny. Wednesday, let's see. Oh, I ran errands to Fort Kent. I went twice. And then I saw Butch and Glenn's associate. Paul Meadow came home with George Dumo. They're back from the service, from the Air Force training there, you know. So we saw them, said goodbye to them, and let's see. At night, went to Fort Kent with Jean, and she saw Jim, and was going to go to driving with Jim, and so I went riding through town, and Louis was uptown, you know, and he like stuck out his thumb, was hitchhiking, you know, and he says, "What you doing?" And I says, "I'm going to driving." So we ended up going together, but we watched MASH. It was really good. Now he's the type of person, you know, you don't have to worry, like, Louis is really like an old friend of mine, you know. I saw him a lot, but I mean, I didn't, you know, we didn't do anything. All we did was talk, and, you know, it's just, I mean, it's not the same as, you know, other types of friendships. Oh, let's see, Thursday, what did we do? Well, we packed in the morning. I went down to Birch Haven for the last time. I went and visited, you know, your parents, your grandmother and your mother at camp. And I took a lot of pictures for you. They should be coming in this week sometime, and I'm going to mail them up to Vietnam. I don't know. I said goodbye to everybody, you know, and it was really, and I almost cried, no kidding. Like, I saw Brucey, and that little kid, I learned to love him so much. I mean, you know how he is. He's just, sometimes he can get on your nerves, but yet he's so lovable in doing it that you just, you know, it's beaux yeux bleus, là, puis cheveux blondes, no. I felt kind of bad to say goodbye to him. Say goodbye to your mother and your grandmother. Well, so we said goodbye, and we got in East Mill Market around 7, and we stayed there overnight. So Friday morning we got up at 9 and hung around East Mill Market for a while, and we came home at 5 that afternoon. And I saw Barbara, and we went to eat supper at Luigi's in Springvale. And Saturday, what did I do? I unpacked. Like, I unpacked, I did a washing, I hung out the washing, and then when I took it, I went to 4:30 Mass, and after Mass, I had to, let's see, after 4:30 Mass, what did I do? Oh yeah, I ironed. And Saturday night, I went and visited Barbara where she babysits. Sunday morning, I went out and played in the backyard a while, and then I got dinner ready while my parents went to Mass. And then Sunday afternoon, let's see, I sewed. Yesterday afternoon, that is. And then I fixed my bike. When I got home, I looked at my bike in the garage. It had a flat. And there goes the telephone. And then, let's see, I went to the beach with my parents last night. Just riding around, you know. And we stopped at the Wells Harbor. Oh, my cousin Mark was with us. And, we walked along the beach, and down the harbor there's hardly any people, and there's a long stretch of beach, and the sun was just setting, you know, and the water was just beautiful. Like, last night, all I could think of was, hell, I wish Mike were here, just so he could see this. You know, like you always wanted a picture of me at the beach. Well, I wish I could have had a picture of you at the beach, right then and there. The sky was red all around the sun, you know, and it was just setting. It was like quiet, like still, and yet the waves were coming in, you know. It was just really nice to walk there. You know, you stand there and all I do is look across the ocean and wonder where, you know, where you are, how you're doing and stuff like that. Well, last night got home, went to bed. This morning I got up and I'm still not awake. This past weekend, Butch, Carl, Vern, and I don't know if Babe was going, but a bunch of your friends, they were going up to Mount Katahdin. Oh, Rick Dumont. They were going up to Mount Katahdin to climb it, I guess. Spend the weekend, you know. And I guess they're home by now in Fort Kent. Vern, he told me what his room was, Gannon Hall, I think, up University of Maine, because I guess, you know, he wants me to go look him up sometimes if I get news from you or something. And when, I guess probably when you get home the 7th, when I go meet you down the airport, maybe Vern will be coming down too, you know. So, 90 degrees today, what do you think of that? I don't know if you heard the radio, but it's supposed to be 90 degrees today. I wish I were in FK, it's always nice and hot, or nice and cool. Let's see what else I gotta take. Oh, you probably get my chain by now that I sent in the mail. That's like what you call a keepsake, you know, like I like you to wear it if you can for me. You know, if you can, if it doesn't matter with your uniform and all. I could just see you coming home with that, you know, tucked in your shirt. Hey, you still got it on. No, I hope you don't wear it. And, oh, Jean told me that she wrote you a letter when I was up there. And, I wish she hadn't, you know. But, because that's like embarrassing a little bit, but she told me she wrote a letter to you that, you know, if you didn't mean what you said when you wrote, not to write it anymore. It's kind of good in a way that she wrote it. I mean, but it's funny, I wrote the same thing, you know, and it's strange it happening at the same week, you know, the same two kind of letters. But, I don't know, I can't say positive, swear over the Bible that I know you love me if you wrote, behave, I love you, you know, like that. I can't say it. I don't know if it's because of the past when you used to write and then you never called or came or nothing like that when you were home. I don't know if that makes me doubt or anything like that, because I don't want to doubt you, you know, like when you love a person you're not supposed to doubt them. And like I don't want to be like that. I just feel that, you know, you'll keep on writing, and I'm hoping, you know, and praying you might say that this December will be something different, you know. I hope you understand. I mean, if like, you know, you're writing these things and, you know how I am. You know how I felt before. I guess I don't think you'd hurt anybody. I don't think you'd want to write things that you didn't mean. So I'm kind of looking forward to December 7th. And I'm really looking forward to hearing from your next letter, you know, or a tape. Let's see. It's kind of strange taping, you know. I don't know if I'm overtired or what, but I'm really gone. Excuse me, really. You know, I was speaking to Jean one night, and I was telling her, you know, that I told you about one night when me and Butch and Vern and Danny and Gail went up Charlotte Hill, and, you know, you remember what I told you we did, you know, and that's not regular habit, that's not what I do, you know, like I booze a lot, you know, I'm a boozer, you might say, greaser, you know. And Vern, I was there and I didn't want to, and Vern goes, you know, Mike probably does if he's in Vietnam, but he just doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't know if you do, you know. And so he says, you know, tell him about it, you know, and then maybe he'll write back. Well, he knows too, really, you know, like this isn't my habitual thing, you know. Like I booze it up, that's it. And I have to write you about it that I have before, you know. I mean, you know, it's something different than booze. I had to tell you that. I've only, you know, I don't want to say anything on the tape, you know, but you know what I mean. It was only three times I tried it, you know, with Danny, but that's it. And if you do, I mean, I don't mind, but I hope that you don't get, you know, to depend on something like that or do it habitually or something frequently. Because, I mean, I'd rather see you come home an alcoholic, you know. Something else, Jean, I don't know, when we were talking on the porch one night, I almost started crying, you know, like she said that she doesn't feel like you miss them at all. I don't know, maybe Jean was in a bad mood that night though, because Jim didn't show up and he was supposed to come down camp. That might have something to do with it, but she said like, you know, Mike doesn't miss us. If he did, he'd write more and he'd send us pictures and all. He doesn't miss us. He just misses his friends, you know, and he doesn't love us and all this shit. And I told her, you know, like, how can you say that? I mean, he's there. He misses home, you know. And I heard your tapes, and to me, you really miss home, you know. It made me feel bad. I think she was more or less in a bad mood, so, you know, you ought to write her sometime and make her feel something different, you know. I don't know what else to say. Hope you like the other side, being Brucey talking. I guess I got him to talk a little bit, huh? I'm anxious for my pictures to come back and mail them to you. Well, I gotta see how much tape there's left here. 3/4 done. Hold it a second. I'm gonna light a cigarette. Hey, I smoke Salem menthols, or Salems. I think that's what you smoke, huh? I've been smoking those a long time, and I saw that you had that on your picture, you know, so it made me laugh. Hey, same thing, same brand. Unless they weren't yours. Probably be just my luck. Oh, I don't know what to say anymore. I could give you, I don't know what kind of news you'd like to hear from me. I could tell you that, oh, I got a real bang out of listening to you say, you know, well, it's Monkey Mountain time, that radio here, you know, Monkey Mountain, all this bit on the tapes, you know. This is your friendly reporter from Monkey Mountain, that ain't Vietnam, you know. That's really cute. You don't know how it was. You don't know how it is now. I came home and I'm homesick, you know. Like, I had such a ball in Fort Kent. I didn't go out that much, you know. I mean, I went out a lot, but I mean, like, I used to remember Fort Kent, like, going out with you, you know. It was really spectacular. Like, this year, it was more of a home life that I went up, you know. Like, I went up and played cards with Brucey. I went over and sat with your parents now and then to talk, and it was really wonderful. I mean, the only thing is I came home and I'm homesick for your family. I don't know, they're really great to me. They make me feel so at home there, you know. Gee. And I kind of felt guilty in a way that I'd be there, remind them of you and make them miss you, you know. That's the only thing that got me. I came home and I thought, wow, what a vacation, you know. Well, I can't think of much else to say. I'm starting work today at 1:30, but I'm working afternoons, I guess, for this week. I'm not sure yet. They probably ask me to come in, different hours. Boy, am I going to have to start saving some money. I came home from Fort Kent with 11 cents. I think I went up with 20-something dollars. I don't know, 27 or 28 dollars. I spent a lot on gas and then driving movies and, gee, it burns off fast, And I got a couple shirts at the Village Squire. They're having a sale, and I like some of the shirts they had there just to go with jeans, It's going to be funny. I'm going up to, Orono, the 18th of September, and Red's going in the 19th, so I guess I'm going to look him up because he says I guess he'll probably show me around campus. I don't know. But it'll be kind of nice being with one of your friends up there, because then when you come home, probably both of us could meet you at the airport. Oh, I got a wicked cold. I must talk like something else. It's 10 o'clock. I gotta do some dishes there and make my bed and gotta start getting things prepared for college. It's a long job. Wednesday I'll probably go to Portland, do a little bit of shopping. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Just like you, like what kind of news can you give? I mean, I could give a lot of news. I don't know what you want to hear. I've told you about your family. They're all well. Your father went swimming, your mother went swimming, Brucey went swimming, Susie went swimming. I took their picture. I can't wait to see how it came out, I taught Susie to back dive, I just learned last Sunday, a couple Sundays ago, from Anne Marie, my cousin. She's a lifeguard in East Millmarket, and after I learned, I tried to get Susie to try it. She likes it now, Jean tried it. It was really funny. It was cute. She seemed like when she got up in the air, she was arched backwards and she was going around in a circle like backwards. The minute her rear end got over her head, it just pushed down and she went straight down. It was so funny. It was really funny. She laughed. Oh, I'm not trying it again. No, sorry. What really made me laugh is the way she says, "You're going to see James Bond Thunderball." It was cute. The guy she's going out with, Jim, here goes the phone again. He's about 20, I think. He's from Van Buren. He was working on construction on your street. And he looks a little older, and he's quiet, it seems. He's awful nice. Oh, damn telephone. Oh, excuse the language. Probably Barbara. If it buzzes downstairs, it would be for me. But let me see how much tape is left. Not too much now. I better take this in my lap so I can watch it. So I can sign off before it closes. I'm in a walker. Can't you hear it? It makes a lot of noise. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh, wow. It's hard talking to you now. Because after Jean wrote that letter, and I don't want you to think that I don't trust you, Because I want to trust you so bad, and I want to feel that you really meant what you said in your letters, and yet, it's kind of hard. I have things I remember from the past, like, it's hard to remember. I just know one thing, I'm going to be really damn happy when you come home. Like I'm planning to get all my studying done before you come home in December, because I don't know if I'll do much studying, around the 7th. Wow. Because I haven't seen you since the 20th of last year, July. That's a long time. I think the tape's running out, so I'll say goodbye. I miss you a lot, and I love you. And you behave too, okay? Because I've really tried, and I'm going to try to keep on trying. Write soon or tape, Mike, okay? Bye-bye.